Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Alex with the Linux Tube. Today we're going to take a look at NitruxOS. It is a subscriber recommended review, so I thought, hey, let's do it. Why not? I never heard of it before, so I want to try it. So I zipped on over to the nxos.org. Actually, I Googled NitruxOS, and it sent me to the nxos.org webpage, which is kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. So here it is. This is the nxos.org webpage, where the creators of NitruxOS have made it to where you can go to and download their ISO. This webpage is a little confusing. The layout is certainly not of a standard webpage. It's lengthy to scroll down. They should definitely reorganize the layout of this web page because it tends to lose anybody that might be coming to their web page. I don't know if it's that they don't have a lot of experience in web page design or whatnot, but it looks neat and beautiful. It really does. I mean, up here you've got all your contacts for your social media, and you know the actual page. I like their logo. Their logo is pretty sick, and it's got information on the web page as well. But what's interesting is when you on the right hand side, if you click on this hamburger menu and you go to this blindingly blue web page with white writing, which is almost washed out by the blue, you can make out where it says English United States and Espanol Latino America, and then blog. Those are your three things. Normally, when you click on something like that, you're expecting to go and see like about, community, FAQs, documentation, wiki, that kind of stuff. Instead, you get this. So when you click on English, thinking, oh, okay, so then you get the back button, and not even a button, but just a back text, and then home, English United States, and get involved. Now, I'm assuming the get involved will take you to like a forum or where you can contribute to them. Like, yeah, exactly. It gives you how to get a hold of them, and if you can, probably open up. Don't see it where you can open up a ticket for if there's a bug or something like that you want to report. But no, I guess you just basically email them. Huh. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and go back, and then go back to this web page where we click through here. We go here, and instead of getting involved, we click on Home English. Bam. Look at that. It takes us back to where we started from in the beginning. So that is kind of a weird layout, not one that's standard in any way, shape, or form, but it is definitely one that they need to reconfigure because it's going to lose people. Luckily at the top they put the download. Instead of having a download place that you go to, they put it at the very top, which is underneath the SoundForge badges that they have because they're hosted on SoundForge, I guess, or SourceForge, excuse me. But you have two derivatives that you can download. You have with the NX desktop and without the NX desktop. The key differences is the NX desktop has the KDE Plasma 5. It also includes the MAUI apps, where cherry picked KDE Gear apps, cannot speak today, sorry, and selected FOSS apps. An example of Firefox and LibreOffice. The Nitrux out-of-the-box experience is ready-to-use Linux desktop distribution. It is 2.2 gigs. Now, the other one, the minimal, uses Joe's Windows Manager, which is basically a black screen. It gives you a TTY prompt. It only includes the SDDM Login Manager, X11, and the XRM terminal. So you really have nothing on that one at all. So if you're new to Linux, this is definitely not one that you want to use. This is one that a more experienced Linux user will use, because this one is one where you're going to have to install your own desktop environment as well as any other apps that you want along there. Like, it doesn't even come with, you can't even launch Firefox on it. It doesn't even have a way of accessing the internet through like either Firefox, Brave, or Conqueror or anything. So it's just basically the X11 and a terminal. That's it. Your Xorg server and a terminal. So I would just stay away from that one. If you plan on just installing and using it right away without putting a lot of work into it, that's the one that's not the one that you want. You want to go with the KDE Plasma. And like I said, showing you this web page, if you scroll, like this is where it explains a little bit about Nitrux. This would be the About page. Nitrux is a Linux desktop distribution directly based on Debian. So it uses the Calamares installer with the NX desktop and KDE Plasma, which we've already discussed. Nitrux emphasizes the use of app images to manage end user software. So basically, if it's got a store in here, it's going to basically go to the app image store where you can download a lot of app images and stuff. App images, for people that don't know, that is something very similar to Snap and Flatpak. Snapped and Flatpak, I have more applications in there than app images, but app images is definitely growing. So if you can't find what you're looking for in the app image, then you might want to look in Flatpak and or Snapped. However, Flatpak nor Snapped are enabled in this, so you will have to Google how to enable either of those stores to be able to download or install any apps that you may want from them. Maui apps, what's interesting about them, for people that may not know, because it uses Maui apps, Maui apps are cross-platform apps. They are designed to go between like Mac OS, I believe, and Linux, but for sure Linux and Android. So like you can find some of these apps you will find as well in the Google Play Store. So that's kind of a cool little thing that this operating system has done, this distribution has done, is they've incorporated that. So basically, you wouldn't have to do like with KDE, the standard KDE, you would install KDE Connect to connect your Android phone to your desktop so you can share files and pictures and stuff like that. Whereas with Maui apps, you pretty much will download the same app to your desktop and same app to your phone, and you can connect them that way, send it through each other that way. In addition to this, we include curated section of free and open source software by default. We do not add any proprietary software, and if you're looking for 100% free, as in freedom operating system, the optional Linux Libre kernel is also available. Well, they are following the belief system of Debian, because that's exactly what Debian is. They don't include in their standard Debian repository, they don't include any proprietary software. If you want to add that, an example, NVIDIA drivers, that kind of stuff, you would have to enable the non-free repository in Debian, in any Debian-based distribution for that. And I'm sure you'd have to do that in this as well, but I don't know how that would work. Well, yeah, because you can use probably the pkcon package manager here to install it. Nitrux is always up to date thanks to using the latest Debian base and the effort of the KDE Neon developers. That's the theming for it, desktop, I'm sure, who provide the latest stable releases of Plasma. Nitrux also provides its users with the latest Mesa drivers from Git and kernels optimized for intensive tasks such as gaming with it's got XNMod and Licorice. Whoa, wait. I wonder which one it comes with. It's either going to be the XNMod or the Licorice. I don't know. Anyhow, it's kind of cool. We'll find out here pretty quick. So that's like they're about. Now, for anything else, you would have to scroll. Like keep scrolling and scrolling. If you look, I'm still scrolling, and I'm still not at the bottom. See, this is. Oh, I'm finally at the bottom. Wow. So this is a very long web page. They need to like make it where you can click on it. It's just that web page that you're reading on, and then you want to click on something else. You click on another one, and it's just that web page. All the scrolling business is that's going to lose a lot of people. Because in today's environment, most of your web pages are just one page. You click on another link, it takes to another page. It's just that informational page, and that's it. There's not a lot there. So that might be something that they might want to look at in the future for revamping that. So far, that's the only. I mean, the web page, when you look at it, they're clear. It's beautiful. It's centered. It's clean. It's neat. So I mean, their pages are nice. They just need to break them up. Other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at it in a virtual machine. And here it is. This is what you're greeted with when you log in. Yep, this is definitely the KDE Plasma. I like the panel at the top. They have the bar at the bottom. The panel has pretty well got nothing in it except for the tray manager, as well as a calendar. The calendar is, yeah, it's KDE calendar. It's clean, neat. I like the fonts that they've selected. I don't think they're the standard KDE fonts. But it's beautiful. That's very beautiful. And it's got your typical KDE integration for Firefox. Obviously, it's got Firefox in here, so you can do your add-ons for Firefox. It's got your standard Firefox. Let's go see what it's about. Let's see. Help. About Firefox. It is the 100.2, so it's the latest and greatest version of Firefox. The Windows decoration is kind of trippy, though, because it's got in the Firefox, it's got it as a regular window manager, and then up in the bar in the panel, it's got it too. That's strange. But anyhow, there's that. It's got your standard notifications. It's got your volume icon for adjusting your sound. It's got your clipboard, your keyboard layout. Oh, it's got printers installed, so if you have printers, you can configure it right there. And also your network interface. Down at the bottom on the dock here, you have your app launcher, which is cool. I like this. This is nice. I like the blur effect that it has. It's very clean. It's neat. It's organized. It's a lot. That's the one thing that it reminds me a lot of GNOME. And GNOME does that. Their app launcher is easy to read. It's in your face and it's neat and organized. And that's what this is like. You can certainly like drag and slide over to create to a different web page. If you want to move the icon, it'll move it. Oh, let me go back to it. You can move it around and stuff like that. So no, I guess you cannot. I thought you could. It's not. You can't. Interesting. But anyhow, so this is what it's like. And what they have installed, they've got Arc Archive Manager, Bonsai, Woohoo, which is a notepad, Clip video player. They have Index installed out of the box, which is a, let's go ahead and click on it. It's their file manager, the standard one. This is definitely a Maui app. But instead of being like your one what's got your folders and stuff on the side, which most people are used to, like in Dolphin and Nautilus, these have tabs that you push on for like your home file, your desktop, your documents. This will take you to your documents folder. This is your favorites. These are actually your favorites. Your downloads, your music, your videos, and your music, pictures, and videos. We'll go back to your home folder. Now, it's very minimal. It's very, very, actually kind of pretty. Down here's where you switch from your list view to your switch from list view to your categorized view. Also, to turn on your hidden files is in the right hand bottom corner. This is how you can turn on your hidden files. You could also create tabs, and you could also like expand, and you can search as well. So that's a look at their standard one that comes in. Now, I installed, just testing the software center, I installed dfile, which is actually pretty nice. This is more like your standard file manager you used to, where you have your folders on the right hand side and you can click on home, and then anything that you're recently in will be right there. So you could always download that, and you can find that in the software store. So that's your app manager, your app launcher right there in a nutshell. Then next to that, you have your virtual desktop manager. So if you click on it, here you could add more desktops, or you can click between the two different ones. Next is Index, which we just looked at. This is the software store next to that. So when you open that up, it's the NX software store, which is the app images, where it goes to get different app images. As you can see, it's reading from the app image website is really what it is. It's a GUI for that. And so you can go and download different things on here that you like. And they've got them, I believe, categorized up here at the top. Yeah, from programming to system to audio, office, video. Like click on video. You have video, like video players like VLC, OBS, that kind of stuff. Screen recorders. TV streaming and apps. TV and streaming. Let's see what they have here. Param TV, Tube Feeder, IPTV Nature. And if you scroll down, you can have even more. Plex, Popcorn Time. So yeah, I mean, there's a plethora of apps that you can, applications you can install in here, from games to whatever you need. So that's actually pretty nice. Next to that is, of course, Firefox, which we've already gone over. Nota, which is the next one, which is their text editor. This is I would say kind of like a little bit on like I'm not sure if it's quite like Nano or Kate, but I'd probably say more like Kate, more than Nano, because it's KDE. So anyhow, that's their text editor. This is Vivav, which is their media player. Standard, just typical run-of-the-mill media player. Probably nothing extra special. Clip is their video player. So instead of VLC, which a lot of distributions come with, this one comes with Clip installed out the box, which is all right. I mean, it's got settings that you can adjust. I don't know if you can. I mean, and that's the thing about this KDE version. They don't do a lot where you can. That's the thing about KDE that it's known for, is the ability to customize so many things in it, like 100% customability. This one is actually themed and stayed that way, so there's not a whole lot. I mean, you can switch between dark and light theme. It's about it. But as far as like moving window borders and that kind of stuff, nah, that's not happening. So, but either way, there's that. And then of course, use your settings. In your settings, it's got your standard KDE settings, about this system. Let's go there. It's the Nitrux 2.2, KDE Plasma 5. The kernel version is 5.18. It's got the Xan mod in it. Not the Liquorix. Okay, so it comes with the Xan mod. The hardware, it's running on my 6 cores of my Ryzen 5. It's also got 4 gigs of RAM in it. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. Let's see, for appearance. Yeah, you can definitely theme it for the different themes that they have for global themes. Like they've got the Nitrux Mix, Nitrux Dark, regular Nitrux, of course the standard Breeze ones. But this is where you can change your appearance. Windows decorations. Let's see how that works. Oh, so let's see. If I click, we got this Nitrux on. If I click this one and apply, aha, that does take away that Windows border. Or the Windows decoration there that was on that border that I was talking about. So you don't have wow, my graphics here is messed up somehow. I don't understand that. So we'll close out of that. And it was because of the theming when I switched it. So now, like I said, it took away that extra Windows border. So now you close it up here at the bar, just like you do in Zero Linux. So yeah. This is cool. This is nice. I like this. This is pretty cool. So, and then of course, next to the settings, you've got your trash can where you can go to your trash and you can empty it. There's nothing in there, obviously. So, and then of course, this is your power manager right here. So you can shut down, for your shutdown, to choose to shut down, suspend, or log out, whichever one it is. That in a nutshell is Nitrux Linux. My thoughts on it are, as a new to Linux user, good, very, very good. To point and click and just install stuff and just maybe use it to browse the internet, maybe watch some videos, maybe you do some YouTube stuff, watching of YouTube stuff, or, streaming some TVs. Like you can set up the IP streaming software on here in the software center. That's fine. To do power using stuff, I, as a more seasoned Linux person, would want to set up a lot more things like, like Vim editor, and customize their files. There's not a lot you can do in that. They got it pretty much locked down on this. So, I mean, you probably customize to the different config files and stuff like that. It would be something that you would take a lot of work to do, to to adjust it to what you want. So it may be something that if you're bored and you want to play with it and take the time to do it, yeah, you can do that. As far as that's concerned. So I would definitely recommend this to a new to Linux user. As far as a seasoned vet, I'd say put it into a virtual drive or drive it for a while in a live environment, and give it a try. See if it's something you want. If it if it'll float your boat. For me, I don't see myself changing to it. I don't see myself, becoming a Nitrux OS guy, but it's definitely, if it's got potential, that I would definitely use it if I was forced to, and or for some reason could only use that for whatever reason. I'd feel fine with it. It's a standard Debian distribution, fork of. I certainly think that because it's based on Debian, the stability's there. That's the one thing that's pretty rock solid with Debian is that it's there. Even their uh, rolling release is still semi-stable, so I don't see problems. A lot of people having problems with that either, so definitely have no problem putting the thumbs up or the seal of approval on this. Want to thank the subscriber that sent it to me to check out, because it's definitely a pretty nifty little operating system that, or distribution that they've put together, and it's refreshing to see something like this. I've never seen it before, so but hey, if you have been using Nitrux or have used it in the past, and there's something I forgot to talk about, please let me know. I could make a follow-up video about it as well. Also, if maybe you have another suggestion for me you'd like me to check out, please comment below. As usual, always like and subscribe. Also, join us on all the social platforms that we're on. We're on Instagram, we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, and we're on patreon.com. It'd be greatly appreciated if you could zip over there to patreon.com and subscribe to us there. Support us that way if you believe and like what we're doing. Also, I have a store that I set up where you can buy some LinuxTube merchandise. Go to thelinuxtube.shop in your web browser and start shopping. Let the wives loose. Go for it. We certainly could use the love. At any instance, that's a look at NitruxOS. Thanks, guys, for supporting me, and I'm grateful for you guys, because without you, I wouldn't be doing this, and there would be no need for me to do this. And so I just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Have a great day, and keep on Linuxing, guys.